Half,
Yeah,
5, 2,
like
3,
two.
4.
It's like, yeah, we're getting closer. Can't we just taste the three? We can't. We don't know what it is.
Wait, what?
1 plus 1 equals 2, but we don't know what 1 plus 2 equals.
1 plus 1 equals.
1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 plus 2
Jeez.
equals we don't know.
1 plus
1
1
plus
equals
2
more
equals
cash
fish.
money.
1 plus 2 equals fish.
Dang, my topics last long.
Yeah. Anyway,
Even
So-
though all we were doing was making fun of it.
yeah. So,
Oh crap, what did I do?
what did you do?
I clicked something while I had something. I think I created a mountain and there's trees growing around it. It
Uh,
Wait,
looks
what?
like-
Good job,
We're
maybe.
playing God.
Just be careful. Don't click on too much shit.
Where do you even see this mountain? I don't even see a mountain.
Okay, go to my mines,
Uh-huh.
and there's like a farmland next to it, and there's a weird thing.
There's a weird thing. Yes, my plane is flying over farms right
I
now.
don't see where.
I don't see anything.
You say
right-
farmland, and yet like
There's
every
like a
big
bunch of
city has
farmland everywhere.
farmland. Every big city has farms around it.
Where? I don't see what
To
you
the
mean.
right of the mines,
To the
there's-
right of the
there's
mines.
farmland, and there's a thing in it.
There's a thing in it. I still
Uh,
don't.
Top left of that farmland, I accidentally put that thing there. It's not farmland. Oh, it's
Okay,
turning
so
green
to
now.
the
It's
right.
now turning green.
I'm gonna guess you raised the land or something. That's not too big a deal, but it does
Probably.
cost a hell of a lot of money. So try not to do
Yeah.
it again.
Yeah, quit trying to play God, bruh. It costs
Okay.
money. It costs.
Accidentally pressed.
Anyway, anyone else have any
anyways.
topics? Because I mean, mine's. I mean, I'm just saying, mine's just kind of sitting there.
I think we'll just let it sit there and collect dust for the love of God.
Okay. Because I mean, I could always pick it up, start tossing it around. What do you?
Topic: iPhone versus Android.
I preferred iPhone, but now I have Android, and now I don't really care.
I don't really care. They've
Topic.
had both.
What do you prefer, Wesley?
Next
have a
topic.
preference?
What do you think of Mac?
I have one right here. It works pretty well, but it's a laptop, so. I mean,
Have you seen the Windows 10 developer preview?
Windows 10.
What happened to Windows 9?
They
They-
have another Windows already.
They have the developer preview for Windows 10. Yeah.
Awesome, because this Windows is supposed to be a good one.
Yeah, it is.
It,
has
it
the
goes
start-
shit, good, shit, good,
Oh,
shit, good. So this
they-
one's supposed to be good.
Oh, and they're ditching Internet Explorer. Their new browser's called Spartan.
Spartan.
No one's going to use it anyway. Everyone's already got Chrome.
Wow. Yeah, probably.
Practically.
Plus,
Yeah.
Chrome saves all your bookmarks across all devices. I can
Yep.
pull shit up on my phone, save it, open it up on my computer, any of my computers, my iPod. I got tons of shit. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else? You got another topic?
Let's
John
see.
just likes flying through these because he really wants to get to his topic.
Well, no, it's okay.
Exactly.
Fine. How do I like Mac? It's good. I use a lot of open source stuff anyway. I use Chrome. I use Google Docs because a lot of the shit I need to use across a myriad of things. I need to be able to access it on Android, on PC, on Windows, sometimes on Linux. I need to be able to access it on Mac. So I need to be able to access it wherever I am. So all the proprietary software like Pages and stuff doesn't really cut it for me. I do use Word to type shit up when I'm on PC just because it has a better spell check I tend to find than Google Docs. But in the end, I copy paste it to a Google Doc so I can take it wherever. So I mean, in the end, Mac's just another system. I prefer Chrome, to be honest, over Windows and PC. I haven't used the Chrome operating system, so I don't know how it runs, but I prefer Google Chrome, the Internet Explorer, when it comes to typing up documents and stuff. That's just how I feel. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Chrome.
Chrome is definitely the better of the bunch.
Yeah.
It-
Yeah, I love using Chrome, honestly.
Chrome is just a lot better, a lot easier to navigate. And Explorer has some weird options that I keep looking at.
We should
Yeah.
have a tech talk show.
Yeah.
A tech talk show. No.
We could do that here. This could be a tech talk show.
Unreal Crit trying to claim the land.
Do you,
So-
do you know anything about tech in the
God.
first place? How much do you guys know about
God.
tech?
Unreal
Jack
Crit
shit.
trying to
Very
claim all the land.
technological.
What'd you say, Wesley?
I'm very technological.
So you know a lot about tech? Okay. How do you have you worked anything with Ubuntu? Because I just got that the other day and it seems to work okay on the computer I was testing it out on. I have it booting from a live USB drive, which is my 128 gig I got for Christmas. Have you used it at all?
My mom has a laptop, really old laptop, like really old, with Ubuntu on it, and I use that sometimes. And also, I did get it on my USB drive to see how it run on my computer. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, does it work well for you? Does it? Because I've only tried to run it a couple of times and it crashed a couple of times, but I was running it on a really kind of not great computer. It was like my backup computer back in Portland.
Well, do you mean run well on my computer? Or
Like
my
sometimes it
mom's really old
freezes
laptop?
for me, and sometimes it'll crash, and I have to restart it.
Okay, so you did it through the USB drive?
Yeah, I did it from the, and that might be part of it. That might be because I was booting it from a live drive.
That's probably why.
Okay.
Probably would want to install it.
Yeah. Or like partition the disk or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that
Dual
makes sense.
boot, maybe.
I feel like we've lost everyone else.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah. Hell, I probably have some extra USB drives around here. I could probably throw Ubuntu on there as a live disk and fucking snail mail it to you guys if you want. And then you guys could test it out or whatever.
Okay.
You seem lost. Soul, how about you? How you doing?
Well, I'm sorry, I was sleeping. What?
Okay, so you guys got any topics? You guys don't seem too interested in the tech talk.
I mean,
I'm
I'd be
more of a-
interested if it were tech that I actually fucking used. And
Okay, what tech do you... Okay, to be fair, though, you use tech that's... How should
outdated
we
as
say...
fuck, I know.
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay.
say.
Okay, let's talk about headsets then. We probably all have one of those.
Wuzzy, how are you doing better at this game than I am? What the fuck?
Oh, what?
I've been helping him this entire time.
Yeah, you've been helping him. That's why.
That'd be the most logical answer there.
Look,
I
look,
think I know why, because he's transporting a little farther.
I got a check mark again. The check mark is real.
A check
Oh,
mark?
jeez.
What do you mean?
I have another check mark on my operating profit graph.
Hmm.
I keep having them check marks, man.
I think I'm gonna be the first to get my debt paid off, though.
How are you?
Yeah.
Most likely.
I've only got one more payment.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you guys have any other topics? I mean,
Hey,
we still got...
why don't we talk about all the weird shit that's happened in Soul's childhood? He has a lot of those.
Well, yeah, but that's more of him just talking and telling stories. That would make it really good for a solo, but we got 4 people in here. So I want to try and get just general conversation.
How about we'll have a section for it later. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll have a little section for it, and people will just stay quiet and I'll tell a couple stories. 'Cause I still have a good bit of stories.
I've got a legit topic. Have any of you used like a motion controller for the computer, like for example the Razer Hydra?
I've tested it at a convention. I tested the Oculus Rift, and I thought it was pretty cool.
Oh my
I
gosh.
had an opportunity to do
Lucky.
that at PAX, but their lines were too long and I was disinterested in using it. I already knew quite a bit about it. I've been following it since towards the beginning. Not quite the very beginning, but maybe a year after it came out, I was following it pretty closely. Up until Facebook bought it, and then no news came out for it, and then
Yeah.
an article came out about you can now use it for porn, and then it was gone again. I'm just like, okay,
Take that with
it's like they
the
had a
Razer
brand new
Hydras.
update, brand new, new everything. It was exploding like mad. Facebook bought it. All the news disappeared. An article surfaced about being able to use it for porn, and then it disappeared again. It's like, oh yeah, that
Use that
Good
with
job,
the
Facebook.
technology
You
where you
broke
can
it.
touch. If you could do that with the technology where you can touch stuff.
yeah. Okay,
Think of
Soul,
the
you're about to get out of debt.
possibilities.
Soul, you're
What?
almost out of debt. You're gonna be the first one out of debt, actually.
No, actually, I'm not,
Why?
because I have 59 and my loan is 60,
Yeah, but you've got, but
and I have to wait one more time for my airplane to go to the next airport.
I still think you're gonna make it before I do, because my train's still got to go back and forth a couple of times,
Oh,
a couple of times.
well, I don't know. It's not really a race to see who gets out of debt. I don't think.
Yeah. So any
I-
other topics? Unreal is slowly clawing his way back out of that hole he dug.
He always
Actually
digs himself
maxed
in a
out-
hole, though.
I actually maxed out my debt, and I just like got it up.
Yeah.
He always digs himself in a hole, though. And then you know, he finds a shovel and then he digs himself back out.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Slowly but negative 344,000 last year. Unreal.
to be fair, last year was the starting year, so that's where most of your expenses are going to land.
But still, negative 3. I've never seen that. I have never seen that.
He had like negative 800,000 one time. How did?
Was he only had negative 90 and he just started?
Yeah. To be fair, he's actually doing pretty good because I've been helping him.
Because you helped him.
I'm
I
just
said-
not doing anything.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
set
talking.
something up for you, and now you just basically wait. That's what a lot of it is you set stuff. You're doing a little bit every, like, it takes a couple minutes of work every half hour or so. Like, once you get yourself set up, a lot of this game
Then
is
you just
waiting.
kind of watch.
Yeah,
You
which
just
makes it a
kinda
great
watch.
game for just, like, podcasting, basically.
Mhm.
So, yeah. Do you guys have any other topics, or? I mean, we could always, I mean, mine's always there. We talked about tech stuff, but you guys didn't seem too interested in that.
Well, I mean, they don't seem to be talking about anything important.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm
So-
trying to get them to talk, because it's a commentary. That's what you do, you commentate.
I think I might have something, but I'm pretty sure John's gonna get through it in like less than 3 seconds.
What?
Well, do it then.
Okay,
At least it's
so,
something.
I mean, when I was a kid, like all the
Uh-huh.
videos that came out, like specifically like with Sega Saturn, when that was a thing, I never understood why is it that they decided to make like some video games like only in Japan and others in like only in like the US. Like I never got that, especially with like games that have like sequels to them, like the Shining Force. There was for Sega Saturn there were like 3 different scenarios, but the first one was only available in both US and Japan, but the other 2 are only in Japan. So and they never came out for the US. So it was just really weird, cause the game that was released for the US was supposed to be not only just like the first game, but it was the last one, and it was supposed to be like, this is what happens, this is how it goes, and that's it. But it doesn't make much sense because there's like so much plot missing. So I never understood why they would do something like that.
There's probably a couple things. First off, I want to say I basically had I had nothing to do with any of those consoles. I've only ever had one console. That's a lie. I've had 2. I had the Wii, but that was a fucking Wii, so that doesn't count. And I had the Sega Genesis. So, first of all, I'm not really qualified to talk about this.
So,
but
yeah.
I would say probably they had a huge release. They didn't know how it was going to do for the first game, so they released it everywhere. It wasn't really popular in most places, and it was kind of popular in Japan, even though it cost a lot of money to ship it to all these places and get it out there. It didn't do so great, but it did well enough in Japan, it warranted more games. So they released a couple of games and just didn't release them everywhere else. Because it costs a lot of money to get it all transcribed to English and get it shipped over there and get it, an advertising campaign over there. Overall, it costs a lot of money. If you're only releasing to one country, it's a lot cheaper than releasing to all of another country. And you got to keep in mind, this was I think this was pre-internet, so it's all the advertising on TV. It's going to cost a hell of a lot more. People can't just go and look up the ads if they're curious. They actually have to go they have to wait. The ads have to go to the people instead of the other way around, like it is nowadays.
Yeah. I used to see like trophies for stuff like that. It said like Japan only in like Super Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
It was like Japan only games. And I was like, okay. I looked some of those up a little bit later because I just started uploading videos about them, and some of the games are kind of fun. Some of them I can understand why they're only in Japan because they make jokes that only Japan people would get.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm out of my loan. I did it.
Congratulations. I'm about to
Actually,
be out as well.
funny thing about that. Oh my god. For the PlayStation 1, one of my favorite games to play is freaking Busted Groove 2. But in the Japanese version, you see when you beat it at the end, like it'll showcase like all the characters' moves. But there was one part that I didn't know about that. There's an announcer there that he talks for like a few, and he'll go over the backstory of the character. But before he'll say a joke in each one, and it goes something like this: how do you reunite the Beatles?